Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Gachie Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. There is a narrative that has always been sold by William Samoei Ruto to Kenyans. And most Kenyans, especially the Kikuyus, bought this narrative, bought this propaganda that this country was messed up by Uhuru Kenyatta. But little did they know that this narrative was meant to enable the guys who are in UDA kuiba mali ya taifa, kupora mali ya taifa, as they are currently doing. This narrative is a lie. This narrative is not true. This narrative is something that was created even when they were campaigning. And if you remember, William Samoei Ruto was part and parcel of the presidency since 2013. And to prove that Uhuru Kenyatta's work speaks for itself, angalia Huduma Center. The Huduma Center are all over the country. And this is the work of Uhuru Kenyatta. And let us agree on one thing. If there is something good that Uhuru Kenyatta left for this country, it is the Huduma Center. Ukiangalia jambo moja ambalo utaona ni kwamba when you go to the Huduma Center, you get all the services that you want there. If you want, for example, the good conduct, you get it there. If you want the birth certificate, you get it there. If you have lost your ID, you get it there. Birth certificate, name it, including water bills and electricity bills. This is something that changed the way Kenyans are served. And many people prefer to go to Huduma centers instead of going to other offices. For example, you find a woman or a lady going to get the birth certificate for a child in Huduma Center instead of going to the other government offices. This is because the services that are offered there are good. The services that are offered at Huduma Center are excellent. And we are proud of Uhuru Kenyatta. So it is a lie. Again, when you look at the road network, I think William Samoei Ruto can attest that Uhuru Kenyatta constructed more roads than even Mwai Kibaki. What Mwai Kibaki did, alifanya vizuri sana, but he inherited a completely dilapidated economy, completely destroyed economy. But when Kibaki took over, he was able to change the face of Kenya. So Kenya got a facelift. When Uhuru Kenyatta came, he continued from where Kibaki left. Na tukaona mambo mengi yakibadilika. If you look at the economy, William Samoei Ruto for sure inherited a stable, a working and a functional economy. Yes, there were loans. Hatukatai. Kwamba, because you cannot run away from facts, because figures don't lie, numbers don't lie. Lakini when you look at William Samoei Ruto has borrowed more than half of what Kenyatta borrowed in 10 years. Imagine, William Samoei Ruto hata hajamaliza miaka miwili sio bunge, ikulu. Hajamaliza katika kile kiti chake cha ikulu, hajakikalia miaka miwili. But within less than 2 years, he has borrowed more than half of what Kenyatta borrowed in 10 years. But then, when you look at the work that he's doing, utapata kwamba hakuna kitu ambacho wanafanya. Ukiangalia utaona kwamba there is nothing we can talk about. Nothing, literally nothing. And we have also said that even the projects that were going on, they stopped. They are now on their deathbed. Zimesaulika kabisa. So this narrative of trying to tell Kenyans that Uhuru Kenyatta made the economy is a lie. It's not true. If you look at William Samoei Ruto, you see very powerful men behind him, the Kalenjin guys, Akina Farouk, very powerful. Whereby you find the all UDA guys bowing to these guys who are not even elected, who are not in office. Yet, because he's a spin doctor behind, the power behind William Samoei Ruto, the guy who do all the work for William Samoei Ruto, that is why you hear him talking about the government increasing the taxes in India, because Farouk Kibet, for those of you who have been following the politics of today, yesterday, was heard telling Christians that the government is going to increase the taxes of beer, is going to even double the taxes of beer and other commodities. And when you look at these guys, you realize that these are the guys who are calling the shots. Again, you look at somebody like Oscar Sudi. Oscar Sudi, you even see him, even in meetings that he's not even supposed to be there. We saw him coming out of State House when General Ogola died. That meeting by the National Security Council, tulimwona akitoka hapo, adui kama alikuwa katika mkutano, but the fact that he was in State House means that he knew what was going. And it looked like he is part of the system. So nothing wrong with that. But the point here is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta actually took this country where it was supposed to be. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, when you look at the prices of commodities, the economy was stable. When you look at the shilling was not fluctuating as it is doing every day. Na tunakumbuka vizuri sana. Just a reminder. Unajua wakati mwingine ni vizuri you look at the facts. If you look at the Kenyan shilling, wakati ambapo William Samoei Ruto alichukua serikali, the exchange rate was 119. Today, I think it is 130 something. It is 136, something like that. And you know it had gone all the way to 160 something. You look at the price of fuel, the cost of fuel. When he took over the government, we were buying fuel, petrol, at 149. Today, we are buying at 183. Look at everything. So what they have been doing is that they have been looking at the price of uga, because this government measures GDP wakiliganisha na bei ya uga, the cost of living, na what is measured by the price of uga. That's what they do. So the cost of electricity does not matter to them, and the cost of starting a business does not matter. So what matters to them is the cost of uga. And I can tell you, these guys, because they know how to play with people's mind, come 2027 hapo tukibakisha sema kama miezi mitatu hivi, utaona wakituuzia uga kwa shilingi 50, because they are very good at playing mind games. So they were able to win the hearts of Kenyans by telling them that Uhuru messed the economy. Uhuru never messed the economy. Uhuru left an economy that was stable. Uhuru aliacha uchumi ambao ulikuwa imara, aliacha wafanyikazi wakifanya kazi. Today the workers are crying because of punitive taxes. The landlords are crying because of punitive taxes. The doctors are crying because the county government and the national government, they have refused to promote them. They have refused to employ the intern doctors. Today, the intern teachers are on the street because the employer has refused to adhere to the ruling of the court that they cannot be employed on interim basis. They should be employed on permanent and pensionable terms. But the government has refused. If you look at Moses Kuria is very busy trying to change the terms of employment for government civil servant, because these guys want to mess with everything. Wanataka wawe wanakula zile pesa za pension. Na wakikula zile pesa za pension, I don't know, unafikiri wao ni wajiga? Si wajiga. Zile pesa ni wao wanatumia. Just like I told you, zile pesa za Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, zile ambazo wanakataa kumpatia, zinaishia katika mifuko yao. So ladies and gentlemen, Uhuru never left a dilapidated economy, and these guys did not inherit empty coffers as they have been telling us, and it's a lie, and that lie should be stopped. Guys, like this video kindly. When I ask you to like the video, I want this video ifikie watu wengi. And when you leave a comment, I read every comment, by the way. And today I'm going to answer every comment. And have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.